I got this pin from a lover in community college. Lover, does she mean an actual lover? Do I mean that I was a really good girlfriend, boyfriend, partner for myself and I gave it to myself? We don't know. Remember when I said I was dating? I'm not dating anymore because I met somebody. What? She met somebody. What? And now I'm just, because I'm so into them. Wait, do you mean you met yourself or do you mean you met somebody? Does it matter? Yeah, no, it doesn't, because the internal hologram is the part that matters the most. What am I saying? Why don't you watch the show and find out?
Kirsten's Agenda is the name of my show. It's a way to make art and learn stuff and grow. There will be lots of segments and maybe some guests. 10 minutes of deep breath, that is my quest. If while we're here, then our insides expand to be more compassionate to our fellow man and woman and person. And remember, the truth is that kindness is cool. Have sex with my feelings and being cruel. Because our power, it lies in our minds and our hearts. Opening up is a really good place to start. Kirsten's Agenda.
Hello, it's me. This is the part where I remind you that I have no degree except one in playing pretend. Okay, moving on. I think it's important that we take care of our internal self, and that our internal self, that we make it sparky and frisky and excited and all the things we want to see out there. And if the inside of our body doesn't look like what we want to see out there, then we need to recognize that we might be part of the problem. This is just what I believe. I believe in taking radical responsibility about things. I learned that from Gay Hendricks. Do you know who that is? Look him up. Look up Gay and Kathleen Hendricks. They're amazing. Anyway, I think it's really important that we get this all feeling good and frisky and sparky and delicious. And I feel like the more you do that, the more you want the outside to do that. You create this beautiful, is that osmosis? I can't remember, but you know what I mean? Like a permeable where liquid comes in and out. If the liquid was like the good feelings and the things. I would argue that one of the reasons why I care so much about the world outside and I want to participate in it in the way in which I want to do it is because I have created an internal hologram of the world that I really like. And I want to go out there and I want the world to reflect that. And I think that I get hung up, and I think everybody does, with like stuff you've done that you feel badly about. And I wish that there was a non-denominational Day of Atonement. And then I'd be like, I did this. And then there would be ribbons, not like awards, but like you could, in my mind, we'd hold ribbons and move them around. Maybe like those dance ribbons. I don't know. And then sing a song like, I did it wrong. And it's so, I don't know. It's a work in progress. But I feel like a non-denominational Day of Atonement would be nice. Maybe we could just do it in America or in Kirstenville. In Kirstenville. I'm going to make a Day of Atonement in Kirstenville. It is freaking awesome. I am talking to a state representative today. Her name is Cotty Petrie Norris. And she took it into her own hands to create the change she wished to see in the world. Did not make that quote. That's another person, not me. And I'm thrilled to talk to her because it's really important, especially us feminine bent creatures, to go in to the places where big choices are made for the world.
We have a state of California rock star here. She reps areas including, probably not limited to, but maybe Huntington Beach, Costa Mesa, Newport, Irvine, Laguna Woods, Laguna Beach. You have a lot of female energy that you work around. If you lead with feminine energy, no matter how you identify, if that's what you have access to, it brings a certain something to the table. And there's challenges to it and there's benefits to it. And do you experience that having this very recent new job?
I do. I think it is so important for women to have more seats at the table, whether we're talking about corporate boardrooms or legislative chambers. And just actually a quick story that I would love to share. So when I was sworn in, it was 2018, I had a woman who had previously served in the assembly come up to me, during our swearing in ceremony, and she said, what number woman are you? And I said, oh, well, there's 23 women now in the assembly, and there's, out of 80. So it's not great, but actually it's the highest it's ever been, and we're getting better. And she said, no. What number woman are you ever? She said, Connie, there's been about 4,400 people who have served in California's legislature. Go find out what number woman you are. And so I did. And the answer shocked me. And it shocks me still. So Kirsten, it's 162. I am the 162nd woman ever in the history of California to serve in our legislature. And so for me, that just really, it just spotlights, I think, how much work we have to do and how much of this fight is still ahead of us. And it spotlights the degree to which these chambers were not built by us or for us. But what is really awesome is what we see time and again, that electing more women, it's not just about balance and fairness. We see in studies all over the United States and all over the world that women actually, we get more done. We pass more legislation and we bring more dollars back to our community. So, call that lady bossing or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
But it makes sense for so many reasons for us to make sure we've got more women at the table when we're making decisions.
Absolutely. We have so many women living in California. And last time I checked, you are going to pass through, come out of, every human creature is going to have, the woman is partially, you need her to make it happen. So for her to be in the room where it happens is additionally important. And I agree. I think our corpus callosum is thicker, so we can think and feel at the same time. It does make sense that we might have the ability to say, okay, these are the facts, and also I can follow my instinct simultaneously. Mm-hmm. And that would be a good thing to have in a room when talking about humans and all how we show up in all these different ways. Because I think what is so important is you might have constituents that don't agree totally with where you're coming from, and they have their own opinions and they have their own way, and that's okay. That this ability to coexist, and all of us get as much as what we want as we can, and still stay in a civil, healthy, thriving environment, I think is the game.
Absolutely. And as I often say, I don't agree with anybody about everything, right? If you ask me, my husband, about 100 things, we're not going to agree on everything. That's not what this is about. This isn't about, me forcing somebody to agree with me all the time, or, me being forced to agree with someone all the time. It is about us coming together in a way that is respectful. And I think you said, that wants to take care of people. So it's, respectful and well-intentioned, to bring our perspectives together and find the right answer so that we can move forward together.
Five, 6, 7, 8. Been living by myself here since before the Ides of March. I've binged TV shows, stared at my phone and eaten all the starch. And many days have now gone by. It's time for this decree. I am now my own country. It's Kirstenville, population me. In Kirstenville we vote and sing, and outside in public we wear masks, because we care about the health of other people and their respiratory tracts, because the pandemic isn't over. We're probably in a second wave. And in Kirstenville, science is right up there with God. And helping folks and kindness is stuff that Kirstenville applauds. In Kirstenville, we masturbate and tell our Fitbit it's cardio. And we believe in voting and democracy and a more peaceful tomorrow. In Kirstenville, we don't make our bed unless we have a guest. And it's important to try things even if you fail. Just try and do the best that you can in that moment because Kirstenville were real imperfect.